Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada registered ISKCON in 1971 in Mumbai. From 1971 till 1977, when Prabhupada entered his Mahasamadhi, in these 7 years, Srila Prabhupada had established 8 temples in India, such as Mayapur, Vrindavan, Calcutta, Delhi, Bhubaneswar, Hyderabad, etc. He established them as branches of this society which registered in 1971 in Mumbai. Apart from this one entity, Prabhupada did not register any other entity with name ISKCON in India. And therefore, ISKCON in India is one entity. And every temple of ISKCON, which established even after Prabhupada's Mahasamadhi, are only branches of this one entity. And therefore, every year, every temple, which is a branch, audits its accounts, prepares final balance sheet and income and expenditure account and sends it to Mumbai head office, where all the accounts are consolidated and filed with income tax, with one PAN number, one ATG registration and one return. ISKCON is a united one entity in India. This is how Prabhupada set it up, and this is how it has been working. Madhu Pandit Das, who was president of Trivandrum Temple in 83, was made president of Bangalore Temple or Bangalore branch, and from 84 to 2001 he followed the same procedure, sent audited accounts to Mumbai like every other branch, and even in his different legal proceedings, judicial proceedings, he has admitted this fact that he is only a branch president of ISKCON registered in 1971, and accounts are sent to Mumbai, and therefore he claimed his position only as a branch president. But in 2001, he suddenly withdrew all those previous suits and brought up fraudulent and false claim that the Bangalore temple, all the funds, all the activities belong to another entity with exactly same name, ISKCON. Little history about that ISKCON is like this. Shankarbrit Das and others in 1978, after Prabhupada's departure, registered another entity, ISKCON, with name ISKCON, in Bangalore. They did this under misunderstanding that like in United States, every state should have a separate registered entity. When they realized their mistake, they did not act through this entity. They should have closed it, dissolved it legally, which they did not do, unfortunately. But it was lying on paper. No accounts were ever submitted to income tax by this entity, all till 2001. So suddenly in 2001, Madhu Pandit Das inserted names of his family members and friends as the governing body members of that Shankarbrit's ISKCON of 1978, and also made some changes, cosmetic changes, into the Bangalore branch accounts, and got another auditor to certify them and filed in one stroke, claiming them to be the accounts of 1978 Shankarbrit's ISKCON and not of Bangalore branch of Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON. This case was fought in the High Court on 23rd May 2011, passed a judgment very clearly holding that this is a fraud and fabrication done by Madhu Pandit Das, his family members and associates. The society was a defunct entity. He has used it to swallow the temple, and therefore his suit, he filed a suit, by the way. ISKCON registered in Mumbai did not file the suit. His suit was dismissed and injunction order was given. But then appeal went to Supreme Court. It is lying in Supreme Court for all these years. It has come for final hearing now. But now we need to make sure that just like High Court, we also succeed in Supreme Court. For that, we need mercy of all the Vaishnavas, Srila Prabhupada and Narasimhadev. Narasimhadev is a removal of all obstacles in the path of victory of Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON. Remember, when Mr. Nair tried to cheat Srila Prabhupada's disciple in Juhu, Prabhupada fought like a lion and got the property back. This is the example our founder has given us. So we all need to do our bit to make sure Prabhupada's society in India remains united as he established, and no office bearer, no branch president or temple president or anybody is allowed to take away any property under any guise, under any pretext. So it was discussed with many devotees and seniors, and advice is given that we should chant Narsimha mantra, Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jalanto Sarvotomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrutyor Mrutyum Namamyaham. 3 crore 20 lakhs time to make sure all obstacles are removed. So we request every devotee to chant every day this Narsimha mantra 108 times for next 3 months. We need minimum 4,000 devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness, following 4 regulatory principles, and committed to Srila Prabhupada. Chant this mantra with this sankalpa that let Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON remain one entity as His divine grace has established, and all the properties, funds, devotees who have been taken away by fraudulent means should come back with Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON, and Srila Prabhupada's 71 ISKCON registered in Mumbai should succeed in every proceeding before Supreme Court and before any other court or any other government authority. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.